It is a beautiful day in Ohio. This is my 2023 KTM 300 XC. This has got 9.8 hours on it, so let's call it the 10-hour report. Man, I cannot say enough good about this engine. Low, mid, top, it just rips. It's got two maps that are different. Map 1 is normal. It's not the mild. It's just stock. It just builds power fast. Map 2 is beast mode. The green light. It just goes so quick. But I've putted this thing in first gear trials, 6th gear, 70 mile an hour power wheelies, moto track. It just low, mid, top. I've never seen a two-stroke that's had such a broad linear power band, but still super fast. No engine braking. Love the shorty silencer. Ergos are great. This chassis, which I found to be, you know, some people it works really good with a two-stroke. The four-stroke, I think it's given up a little bit of the super light agile feel in the four-stroke, but on the two-stroke, it really works good. I don't have any complaints about it. Trickiness of the bike, well, you got to put your hand in here, for me at least, my left hand, to get that quick start or the cold start idle going. And as soon as it starts, I pop it off. The suspension is finally broken in pretty well, and I still get a little more chop out of the rear that I'd like. It really works fairly well. It's so adjustable. You can 38 clicks of adjustment up front here, so you can do a lot of work with that. Don't be afraid to open them up. I've run 30-30. I think I'm running 22 a lot. And the pressure, I normally run the 9.7 bar, but you can go down to 8. It'll really soften it up for trail riding. The shock, I think it's got 30 clicks. I'll often run 18 to 20 just to plush it out, and sometimes 22 compression or rebound if I'm doing some slow trail riding. But the problem is I'll get on, like, say, my Caleb Russell bike with Pro Component suspension, and you just have this suppleness that you just still feel a little bit with this. So I rode another 23 model 350 SXF today, and it had the WP 6500 spring cartridge insert, had a bladder kit in the shock, and on my 450 factory edition, which is 22.5, I've also put the bladder kit and a low friction seal in here. Brad at Rideworks did that, and that really helped. So I'm really tempted to do the same thing here, bladder and low friction piston seal, and maybe move a shim or two. And I'm so tempted to get the WP 6500 spring cartridge, because honestly, if it just had a little bit more suppleness, I think the thing would be basically perfect. Or if I just stop riding bikes that have different suspension on it. Because if you just ride this one, you just get used to it, and it feels fine. Man, these 300s, TBI, long linear power. It's just nice. It feels light. And it pulls. It's got no, I think you can rev it way out, but man, you just keep turning and it just pulls. And I might be overreacting to this suspension a little bit. I guess it's just when you try different stuff, and I go back and forth on a lot of different bikes, you just have certain feelings and you just notice things. But one thing I can say is this engine is just amazing. And like, this suspension works good, but if I jumped on a cone valve bike, I'd feel it. Just that suppleness, which I like on the little bumps. The older I get, the more cranky I get about that. Man, the power's so good. And honestly, as I'm just rolling around here at slow vet pace, suspension feels good. I'm glad they put the MX-33 front tire on it this year. I'm not a big fan of the AT81. They came on the XCs before. I gotta find a rut and stay in it. Such a fun engine. So 10 hours in, this bike is a winner. '23 300 XC TBI engine. I just can't say enough good. 2 maps, green map, white map. There's a difference between them. I don't really want to change anything. It runs that good. 60-1 Motorex gas oil mix. No spoos on the pipe. Runs clean. Man, this is a fun bike. Tunable suspension. WP 6500 springs would be better, but this is good. It's good, but boy, the engine's so good, I want to make this thing perfect. 10-hour report, 2 thumbs up.